You ever feel like you're just racing against time, trying to finish an endless to-do list? I do. So today, I'm sharing with you 10 life-changing productivity techniques that will help you maximize your productivity in our precious 4,000 weeks of life. That's right, we only have 4,000 weeks of our lives, which is around 80 years. So it's our duty to maximize the time and do the things that matter the most. In today's fast-paced world, it feels like we are racing against time. We never have enough time, yet our to-do lists keep on growing. I've had this problem for most of my life. Even in the self-optimization field, trying to figure out how to get smarter, how to get healthier, how to get faster, trying to do all of these tasks and build habits like cold plunge every morning, topped with meditation, topped with breath work, trying to do all of these things given just a limited amount of time. And then we have to remember, we have relationships, we have a job, we have to clean the house, and our time isn't expanding, yet our to-do lists keep on growing. So what I'm going to share with you is the 10 most beneficial and life-changing productivity techniques. You could also consider these philosophies that I've ever found. This will be your blueprint for all things productivity. You can forget about any other productivity hack. These are the ones that will make the most impact. And guess what? What's so amazing about it, it's from an amazing book called 4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman. What a phenomenal author who writes incredibly detailed and emotionally driven excerpts and tomes on how we can optimize the life that we have. So let's dive right in, guys. Let's go. The first thing we need to understand before we get into that list, we gotta understand this whole philosophy, and that is the limit embracing philosophy. In a world of endless to-do lists and so many things, it's so comforting to acknowledge that we can only do so much, that we are finite human beings, and we have a capacity for what we can do. That to-do list that keeps on growing, we don't have to get every single thing done. And what that enables us as humans to achieve is the prioritization of important matters, matters that will build foundations for a lifetime, instead of often trivial tasks that lead us to more discomfort and anxiety because the tasks keep on growing. First, we'll understand we can only do so much. That's the whole premise of this video. Now let's dive into the 10 techniques. Kool Health. 1, the fixed volume approach. Just like I said, we can't do everything on that to-do list. So it's essential that we prioritize. Here's one thing I want you to do right now. I want you to make 2 to-do lists. One titled Open To-Do List and one titled Closed To-Do List. This open to-do list is basically everything you could ever think of that you have to do, right? From groceries, to learning Spanish, to reading a book, to making a business, to recording a video. All of this is in this open to-do list, right? And now that we understand this limit embracing philosophy, we're gonna incorporate this closed to-do list, which is prioritizing the best tasks that we can do for this given period. So for this closed to-do list, I want you to limit to 5 tasks. You're going to scan through that open to-do list, pick 5 that you deem the most important. Step and think back on which ones are important, and then you're going to put them on that list. And here's the kicker. Those 5 things, nothing is being added or nothing is being subtracted until you finish them. Nothing can be added until there are now 4 things on that list. You get the point? So there's 5 things, you do one, boom, there you go. It's done. You can add another thing on. Bonus, to complement that, here's this. Give yourself a limited time frame for your to-do list. This is the whole idea of Parkinson's law, which states that decide in advance how much time you'll dedicate to work. Inspired by Parkinson's law, this method helps you use time wisely, enhancing your productivity. For instance, if you set 6 hours for work, you'll focus intensely on that time, avoiding the trap of endless work hours. So give yourself a limited time frame. It's going to incentivize you, oh shit, I only have 2 hours today. I gotta focus on these things. Focus on this thing to be exact. That's huge. So in this first rule, which is the fixed volume approach, listen, we can only do so much during the day. So here's what I want you to do. You make that open to-do list and then that closed to-do list, right? Pick 5 for the closed, 1 at a time until no longer. Then set your time for when you're going to do this, okay? 6 hours, 3 hours, kick ass, do it in 2. That's Kool Health, baby. How you guys like my outfit, by the way? It was productivity day, baby. We had to come in clean. All right, here we go. Guys, rule number 2 was establish predetermined boundaries. So 1 was that fixed volume approach, right? 2 is the boundaries, okay? Set your time. Now we're going into number 3, which is focus on one big project at a time. Let me tell you it again. Focus on one big project at a time. Fuck multitasking. We already know this. It's a fact. It's in the dictionary. It's in the Bible. Jesus said don't multitask, right? Avoid juggling all this BS, guys. When you're trying to do multiple things at once, you think you're being effective. You're dropping the anxiety of all this to-do list. But in reality, you're barely making progress on any of these. What we truly need is to focus and give all of our dedicated efforts and concentration for one task. And guess what? We complete it, we have a party, we go to a rave, and then sayonara, onto the next one. And that is the most effective productivity hack right there. It's one task at a time. It will change your life. That's all I'm gonna say right there. It will change your life. As the saying goes, he who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. And although we're not chasing rabbits anymore, we're certainly chasing a lot of rabbits. So fucking do one task at a time. I got you. Kool Health, baby. Number 4, decide in advance what to fail at. Fail? What? Did you just say fail? I did. And hear me out. Decide in advance what things you're going to bomb. The work-life balance is overrated. And in our lifetime, there's gonna be things we excel at and things we don't. And when we can prioritize the important things, or when we can focus on some things and ignore the rest in a cyclical period, we can become more proficient at whatever we're working on. That made no sense, but stick with me here. Let's say you're starting a business. You know what's one thing you're gonna fail at, or you should fail at? Maintaining, working out at the gym every day. And I love fitness, but you get my point. We can't put energy into certain things when we prioritize the others. So let's say you just had a child. It would be of your best interest to fail at going to work, maybe work from home or whatever, but you need to focus on that child. And let's say it's your dream of becoming a professional tennis player. Well, guess what? You're probably gonna fail at social life and anything but that. So the point is, when you prioritize failing at something, you'll go, hey, I don't have time for this, so I'm not really gonna get to it. It drops all this anxiety of trying to be perfect. You go, hey, I don't need to be perfect at this. It's not what I'm prioritizing right now in my life. So listen, you're prioritizing your business. Decide to fail at maybe maintaining your relationships. Not saying forget about them, but say, hey, bros or gals, I can't hang out this weekend. I'm trying to start this business. And that's not going to give you any more anxiety. You don't have to be perfect. It's just a nice tip to know that when you're prioritizing one thing, you can ignore the rest or not pay as much attention. And then guess what? Once that period of your life is over, you can switch back to whatever you were ignoring. Hang out with the bros again, hang out with the gals again. Doesn't matter. It's about making strategic choices on where you focus your energy. That's it. Let's go. Number 5. Focus on the wins. That's right, guys. Productivity, we hear to-do list this, to-do list that, add more, add more. We're never satisfied until it's done. It's never done, right? So listen, we need to congratulate ourselves sometimes. So every time you open up that to-do list, make a new section. I want you to write accomplished, right? It's gonna start out empty during the day, and it's gonna keep on going up. You keep on going up, you see those accomplishments go up, and you congratulate yourself. You go get yourself a keto raw dairy ice cream, or you go get yourself a nice coffee. It doesn't matter. The whole point is you are congratulating yourself in this very difficult world. This world is hard, and we need stimulants to keep us awake, and we need a Xanax to go to bed. But fuck all that. Be proud of your accomplishments. Go out in the world. Go suntan naked. You get the drift. Kool Health. Number 6, consolidate your caring. Guys, there are so many things going on in this world, and it's crucial that we try to help as much as we can. That's what we're here for. We're here to help others. We're here to make impact in this world. Not the impact you're talking about, but change. Small change, wherever it may be. With everything going on in social media, from wars, debates, politics, donations, the wildlife, fixing the environment. It's going to keep us overwhelmed, guys. So my best suggestion, if you have a passionate endeavor or a situation that you would like to contribute to, a cause, focus on that for some time. Don't go from one cause to the next and focus on this, and you're doing a charity here and donating there. It's going to make you overwhelmed. And guess what? You are special enough where if you're working on one task, that can truly change people's lives. So, with that being said, focus on one task, guys. The world needs people with their full awareness. We need fully conscientious people to make small steps toward change. Can't fix everything. One step at a time. Number 7, embrace boring technology. Oh, so fucking boring. Simplify the digital life. One of the best things I've ever learned, take social media off the phone, unless you got a business. In that case, put it on your computer. But guys, simplification of the life is one of deep fulfillment. As Cal Newport suggests in his book, Deep Minimalism, it allows you to open your eyes and see what's truly important. It helps with your focus. It helps rewiring the brain for deeper connections. Johann Hari's book is amazing for that. Cal Newport on it. There are so many ways that going minimalist with your digitality can go. My suggestion, if you have an iPhone, go put that thing on grayscale. It starts like this. I forgot what it is, but it's basically settings, accessibility, color filters, and then put it to grayscale. Change the way you look at your phone. It's amazing. This will allow you to look at these activities like a tool. So if you're reading on the phone or a Kindle, just read. Use this as a tool, guys, because a tool can become a drag in our life. It can take over. And that's not the point of technology. The point of technology isn't to enrich our lives, help us with productivity. So when you're using it, it's gonna go back to it, but focus on one app at a time. See how your life changes. Let's go. Number 7, seek out novelty in the mundane. What do I mean by that? Well, as time seems to evolve, we become more accustomed to our daily habits, our rituals, our routes and routines, and life becomes one constant blur of motion. We seem to miss out on novelty, something that we experienced a lot during childhood. And life just goes by in a blur, guys. We freaking move on our jobs. We do the same things every day. And I could give you a scientific explanation, but we know that time seems to be flying by right now. And we wanted to slow down because we wanted to enjoy life, enjoy the amazing things. So how do we do that? Well, the solution isn't to cram a bunch of overwhelming experiences into our life. We don't need to go travel to a bunch of different places or, I don't know, eat 100 donuts or something. That's existential overwhelm. That's gonna make us overwhelmed. What the solution is, we need to find the novelty in our ordinary lives. We need to re-examine our daily actions, behaviors, and make them fresh. Instead of walking the same route to the coffee shop every morning, maybe you could bike. Instead of, driving the same way to work every day, maybe you could try a different route. Or maybe instead of listening to reggae, you can listen to some techno music. Doosh, doosh, doosh. You get the point. Instead of having, this mundane life, make it fresh again. That's what made childhood so exciting, is that there was always novelty. There was always something to be experienced. Always some new learning going on. So my advice to you, spice things up on your ordinary routine, wherever that may be. Try a new recipe. Walk a new way, try a new workout. Anything that's going to spice things up in the brain is certainly going to provide you with a more fulfilling life and a life well lived. Let's get into the next one. Number 8, Be a researcher. Matter of fact, be a curious researcher. What do I mean by this? Well, it seems that in productivity and in life, we tend to want to control our time and do everything and, manipulate our time to get the results that we need. And this often brings a lot of anxiety, the desire to feel security. And often times when we don't know if we have it can bring us a lot of negative consequences. This could impact our relationships when we have difficulty with commitment phobia, difficulty listening, communication, all of these things because we want to, rush and get right back to work and all of that. So the one thing I could suggest is to be curious. Think of every situation that you're in as a learning experience, as a productivity experience, as something that you're going to be learning. Instead of having anxiety about the future, be curious about it. Be like, I wonder what's going to go on, and I'm open for it, and I'm open for new discoveries. Your goal isn't to achieve any particular outcome when you're being curious. It's just to figure out. If you're in a relationship, maybe the question you pose when you're in a difficult conversation is figure out who is this person that you're with, Figure out, how can I help such person? Embrace the uncertainty. That's what being curious is all about. And it's a whole lot better than expecting anxiety. Wondering what might happen next instead of worrying about it is a game changer. And I highly recommend it for all of you. Kool Health. Number 9, cultivate instantaneous generosity. We gotta talk. The meditation teacher Joseph Goldstein, amazing person, suggested that whenever we have an instantaneous impulse to become generous, we definitely should act upon it. How does it have anything to tie with productivity? Well, let me explain. Being nice to people, it's freaking amazing. We feel like we're getting stuff done. When you're helping that person across the street, or you're sending that message, that makes other people's day. And that other person's day that's been affected because of you in a positive way can impact other people, and on and on. When you can make a positive contribution to someone's day, their life, any of that nature, you're being incredibly productive. That could lead you to achieve other results, can elaborate in other projects, and so forth. So why wouldn't you want to be generous? Also, when you're generous, you feel better about yourself. And when you feel better, you can do more. All of this ties into productivity, guys. When we have our emotional capabilities aligned with our goals, then we can achieve our dreams. That's what it's all about, guys. So whenever you have that impulse, you need to text someone a nice thing. Or, hey, I haven't talked to that person in a while. Maybe I should talk to them. Send that message. Make that donation. Do whatever it takes. Because when you feel good, you make others feel good. Others feel good, they make change. You make change, we impact the world. It starts within. Kool Health, baby. And number 10, the hardest one of them all. This is so anti-productivity, you will love me for this. And it's, guess what? Number 10, it's do nothing. Stop it. Do nothing. Do nothing. I guess I'm not doing nothing because I'm snoring. Do nothing. Stop it. Stop all the biohacks. Stop everything. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Blair Pascal wrote, I've discovered that all of the unhappiness of men arises from the single fact that they cannot stay quietly in their own chamber. Blair Pascal. This goes for men and women too. This ain't sexist. Guys, when we can practice doing nothing, we learn to gain control of our lives. We regain our autonomy, our discipline. We now can dive deeper into meaningful aspects of our lives. We're not tied to the wins of every to-do list or thing we have. We give our bodies regeneration, quiet, peace, allowing us to delve into creative aspects of ourselves that can't be accessed when we're nonstop going all day. Train yourself to resist the urge to manipulate your experience. Don't always be trying to see how can I optimize, how can I fix time. See, if you can chill. That's one of the greatest strengths you could ever have in this day and age. Ability to chill and do nothing. I'm about to give you the best exercise for it. You ready? Now here it is. This is called the Do Nothing Meditation. And it was created by Shinzen Young. Here's what I want you to do. For 5 to 10 minutes, find yourself a nice quiet space and just sit there. During this time, I want you to do absolutely nothing. Don't think about your breath. Don't do any of that. Don't think about your body. Just do nothing. Almost like you're taking a nap. But even then, you're doing something. So don't do anything. Just relax. And every time you have a certain thought or anything come up, just go and do nothing again. That's going to help you retrain your discipline. Retrain that discipline, regain your focus, and it's going to reprioritize the important things in your life. Guys, That's it. These are the 10 most effective keys that I've found in productivity. I hope you learned that it doesn't require some crazy biohack or 10 nootropics stacked at once with the melatonin up the butt. It requires principles that you can act on every single day. And paradoxically, it requires not doing anything as one of them. So guys, remember, do one task at a time. Relax. Be generous spontaneously. Prioritize. And do amazing things in this world. This is how we can do it, guys. Practice one thing at a time. And guess what? Keep on opening your eyes to this world. There's so much to live for. Everything can be fresh. And when you have that perspective, things change. Remember, we can't do everything during the day. We are limited human beings. But there's something beautiful about understanding that. Understanding we have a finite capability. That's going to create more opportunities for you in this world to prioritize the things that matter. So go out, do that thing you wanted to do. We only have one life, and that's what this channel is all about, guys. Kool Health is to make you love health. Love being alive, love being a contributor to this world. And I hope and I know we will get there. I'm in this just with you too. I'm just some dude researching this stuff and freaking talking about it. I don't know shit, but we are here together. And I love you guys for that. So thank you so much. Thank you, like it, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. This is Kool Health. Have a blessed and amazing life. Thank you.